What's up, guys? Welcome back to the MLG Studios here in New York City. My name is Alex Axel Toss Rodriguez, and I got another interview lined up for you. This time, we got Drew Quantic Phog Roberts on Skype. Of course, Drew, how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Now, I know you're a Zurich player. I don't. Okay, so you're from USA. I feel like a lot of people watching might not know not a lot about you. It's not a.
Sure.
I don't want to be insulting by any means, but obviously you seem like a bit of an up and comer. So
Yeah.
I'd like to give you the chance to kind of introduce yourself to people and to me.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I'm just like a normal, average, like, just American dude, who plays STARCRAFT a lot. And, I've been doing pretty good, and I got on the Quantic Academy, and so I'm just trying to, see where it goes and just compete in as many competitions as possible and hope I do well.
So how old are you?
I'm 15.
Wow, 15 years old. Okay, that's crazy. So you're hold on, math. You are a sophomore in high school.
Yes, I will be. So, it's
Oh, 'cause
summer,
it's
so
summer. Oh, great.
yeah.
Yay, congrats. It's summer. I forget
Yeah.
the feeling of summer break. Wow, cool. So you're 15. So okay, I have like a bunch of questions just popping into my mind based off of those facts alone. Now, obviously you're in Quantic Gaming. How did that kind of come about? The Quantic
Um,
Academy.
So I sort of knew Mawson, who
Yes.
is on the main team,
Uh-huh.
and he knew that I was, trying to look for a higher up team and try and better myself and, rise the ranks of, different teams. Like I was in some small clans and whatnot, but I really wanted to, make the jump or whatnot. So he just kind of set me up with the StarCraft 2 manager, and I did a tryout, and like all in one night, it just kind of happened, and I was on the Quantic Academy.
Cool. How did it kind of feel once you were able to once you got that spot on the Quantic Academy?
It felt pretty awesome. I was just like, it was just like, yes, I finally was able to, prove my skills and my abilities, and I was recognized as, being good. So it felt good.
So how does that process kind of work? So if I were to join the Quantic Academy, I'm probably not good enough. But what does it involve? Being on the academy, what do you do, kind of a thing?
Well, for first off, for like just trying to join would
Sure.
be, you have to have like a pretty good ladder rank. I think what we're looking for right now is in the range of top 50 GM to get a tryout.
Sure.
And then once you get a tryout, you'll just kind of end up, playing against some of the different players and just sparring, and just kind of people like the manager, he'll watch and he'll just see if he thinks you're going to be a good fit, and like your play style is good, and like just your abilities, just
Sure.
feeling you out type of sense. And then um, I guess he thought I was good, so I joined, and that's kind of how like you would specifically join the Quantic Academy.
Sure.
And then what you do in the Quantic Academy is you'd play in Clan Wars. Like just a couple days ago, we did a like Academy versus Academy with Clarity.
Right.
So Clarity's Academy versus
I think I
ours.
heard about that. Yeah, yeah,
And so you do some of that, and you'll practice with the other players and kind of just talk and general team sense. But right now, there's not been a lot of like team leagues or anything, so it's been kind of slow on that front.
yeah.
Team
Sure.
leagues have kind of winded down, and with HOTS coming out, and so they're right now starting to get back and ramped up with Acer Team Story Cup and
Hmm.
SC2 League and stuff like that. So yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Now, obviously, you were at MLG. How was that experience for you? Was that your first LAN event to participate at, or what's kind of your history regarding LAN events? And
So yeah, I went to MLG Dallas 2012 actually before MLG
ah,
Anaheim this year, but MLG Dallas I was not as good. I was only like high-ish masters. I went there for the experience, I guess, and I went with my cousin, just had a good time, and I played, but I got knocked out pretty early. So this time was kind of more of a big deal for me because I really practiced for it. I wanted to do well. I wanted to do well. I wanted to my team and whatnot. So I don't know. It was pretty good, and I did pretty well, I think. So it was a pretty awesome experience.
how do you kind of explain the improvement from Dallas 2012 to Anaheim 2013, from not doing so well to taking out a lot of good players?
Well, uh, I guess it's just like a lot of practice. I don't know. I played a lot with the Quantic people. You know, I played a lot with Apocalypse and Huangson and Mawson and Glon and other people. So, you know, having great practice partners and also, you know, there was like a mechanical skill that I was just higher than where I was at MLG Dallas 2012. So
Uh,
that had a lot to do with it. You know, going into MLG Anaheim 2013, you know, I was top GM. So as a compared to like sort of high masters, so it was like I feel much more on par with the established pros, and I think I can,
well,
you know, take games off of them and beat them. So
so obviously,
confidence.
great. So obviously, you know, being 15, you're going to have to balance with other things in your life, like school and stuff. How does that process kind of work, and what are the biggest challenges that you've had to overcome to be where you are right now?
Well, you know, my parents, they're not like the biggest fan of me spending a ton of time playing, but at least like, you know, I what I explained was that this is what I'm interested in and this is kind of what I like doing and you know, they said if you keep your grades up then you can do that. So I keep my grades up, and I've never had trouble keeping my grades up. I've always been a good student, I think. So it's not really that big of a deal. And then, you know, I'll come home and I'll play or stream or whatever. But then, I don't know. I used to play sports a lot. I played football, basketball, baseball, soccer. But
Same.
I've kind of stopped doing that gradually as I've gotten more interested in StarCraft. And so that's StarCraft's kind of become my main thing instead of sports.
Do you miss that at all?
I miss basketball
Yeah.
because I really enjoyed it, but I still watch sports and follow sports and
Careful,
whatnot.
you're gonna make a lot of people angry.
Uh-oh. I won't say I follow League of Legends, but I do. But I do.
That's awesome. So yeah, that's it's actually we have like relatively similar stories. I was kind of the same way, as far as you know when I started doing my thing. So yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people can maybe relate to that. But people watching, don't be afraid. I mean, this guy like he was a master, just like a lot of you watching. He's able to make it where he has today. So you know, speaking of which, what are your future goals? Any future plans? Any future tournaments? Where do you go from here?
For future tournaments, hopefully I'll be able to go to Columbus for MLG. There's not really a lot of big NA events lately, so it's basically MLG. MLG's got to hold it down with the open bracket, hopefully. And just for like the future for StarCraft, you know, um, like I'm just gonna kind of take it and see where it goes. You know, I'm gonna finish high school, but you know, I have no clue where it'll take me. It's gonna take a lot of practice if I want to go pro, and I need to make a big result and get established in the scene. You know, so it's kind of up in the air in terms of StarCraft, but finishing high school is a definite for me. Yeah.
Makes sense, and I wish you the best of luck with the balance. I know that can definitely be tricky,
Yeah.
but that's gonna about wrap up this interview. Thanks again for coming on, and I want to give you a chance to give any shout-outs. The floor is yours.
Yeah, thanks. Shout out to you for the great interview, of course, and shout out to MLG for holding the Summer Invite Tournament at MLG Anaheim, and shout out to my team, Quantic, and all of their sponsors. Go check them out at quanticgaming.com. And also follow me on Twitter at QuanticPhog. That would be great. And thank you.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. Shout out to you too, man. Thanks a lot for coming on and talking to me. And again, best of luck in the future, guys. That was Quantic Phog. Check him out. Definitely one of those guys who can be who's currently an up-and-comer and might be a big name in the future. Only 15 years old. Really cool to see him trying to balance school, dealing with his parents, and playing the awesome game of StarCraft 2, guys. That wraps it up for this interview with Phog. But stay tuned to MajorLeagueGaming.com for more StarCraft 2 and video game content. And I'll see you next time.